Welcome back to another video, guys. Well, actually, I think that only works if you're already subscribed. So if you're not, subscribe. This week we're in the Peugeot 308 GT Premium hatch. And you can also see that we're stocked up with plenty of water. And that's for two reasons. Number one, hydration is key. And number two, we're going on a bit of a road trip. Now you might be thinking, but Alex, where are you going that you need to be so hydrated and have so much water? Your mum's house. No, but seriously, we're heading to the Outback. Well, I think it's classified as the Outback. I'm not entirely sure, actually. We're heading up north. We're going to sort of the border of New South Wales and Queensland, but several hundred k's inland to a place called Lightning Ridge, which is famous for all of its opal mining and opal jewelry and opal museums and opal shops and opal everything. But we're not going to be taking this car, not because I don't like it, not because it's not capable, because I really like this. I was a bit worried with the 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine that it'd just be rather boring, but it's actually pretty fun. It's pretty responsive and sprightly. I'm not going to say it's fast, but and the other thing is this cabin, as the name would suggest, it's really premium and it's bolted together well, and it feels there's lots of quality in here, and it's a nice car. My only thing is driving in the Outback, I think I want something a bit more substantial with a bit more room, but not just in the back. Like when you're driving in the Outback, you're going past B doubles and trucks and they move you around, so having a car that's a bit bigger, a bit more substantial, you're obviously not going to get moved around as much. But that's not to say I don't like this. This is good. And this GT Premium version, apart from the price, it is a bit pricey at 54 grand. I like it. These seats, they're massage seats as well. Now I know what you're going to say. They're no good for you, but they're yummy. And yeah, let's hit the road. We've got to make tracks now because we're running a bit behind. Of all the cars you could have guessed we were going to take, I bet you it wasn't a Peugeot, but here we are. We're in the Peugeot 308 GT Premium Wagon. So it's just like the hatch we had before, but it's a bit bigger and a bit longer and a little bit better. That's what she said. It's quite nice in here, just like the hatch. It's super premium. I'm actually really impressed. Even this controversial steering wheel setup again, it's really, really good. The only real differences that I can see between this and the hatch is it doesn't have the focal sound system, and it's not set up in a funky manner to disperse the sound for the audio files in the correct... I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what I'm talking about. And this funky little digital display has a 3D effect, so some information looks like it's further back. Your speed and your revs are all kind of projected forward. After spending a few hours driving this, it's pretty cool, but it did take a little bit of getting used to. But if you own this car, obviously you'll get used to it. So all this infotainment is the exact same, with the little toggle touchscreen down underneath the infotainment screen. That's great as well. I actually really like that. Massage seats, they're Napa leather because this is the premium spec. Inside the cabin, you're laughing. It's pretty good. It's nice. So we've got three and a half hours until we get to Gilgandra, which is where we're going to stay the night. And fuel, like economy wise, it's still saying that we've got 720 k's of range, which is just insane given the amount of driving that we've already done. Hey Google, how far to Sydney in kilometres?
You are 233 kilometres away from Sydney.
There you go. So we've done about 230 k's. We've just used a quarter of a tank, and it's still saying that we have 700 k's of fuel left. So that's pretty darn good. How far until Dunedoo?
180 kilometers away from Dunedoo.
There you go, 180 k's until Dunedoo. And I'm led to believe there is a cracker pie shop there. So that's going to be the stop. We're going to have a pit stop, get some lunch, and we'll crack on from there. Alright, so we're about 50 k's outside of Dunedoo, and we've had a tyre pressure monitoring warning come up. Everything seems to be alright. It is bloody warm out here today though, so I'm wondering if it's just the temperature changing the pressure in the tyres. But anyway, when we get into Dunedoo, I'll make sure to check them. Off we go. Now we're currently going through a place called Sandy Hollow. Now, someone please tell me that's not the set of like every single horror movie there ever is. Sandy Hollow Tourist Park. That's where the magic happens there. Alright, so we just checked the tyre pressures after the monitor went off yesterday. Everything's all good. So I'm going to reset the sensor, and then we're going through to Lightning Ridge. We're going to probably stop at Gilgandra, but plans change as they did yesterday. So let's hit the road. Oh, had to get a bit more caffeine in me because it's, what is it, 9:30. Right, let's get going. So we just pulled over at Almond Tree and there's flies friggin' everywhere. Piss off, flies. Ah. There's still one over there. I think I got all of it. Ah, fuck off. There's still some in here, but the joys of the country. But in good news, I got some sick drone footage. First time flying a drone, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to putting this in here somewhere. We're just outside of Walgett now, and the roads have become a lot rougher than they've been up until this point. And I mean, we've done now 700 k's on the dot. No, on the dot. On the dot. On the dot. This is the longest K ever. Surely that's more than a K. Still saying there's 700 Ks now. Yeah, the ride's been, even on these rougher roads, the ride's been really, really good. I'm impressed. I can't knock the ride. It's handled this easily. I will say another thing too. I've been really impressed with just how accurate the speed sign recognition is in this 308 GT. We've been driving in a 110 zone, and just randomly, no roadwork, no anything, it went down to 80 kilometers an hour it was a temporary sign on the side of the road. Anyway, so everyone slowed down. There was cars in front of me. All of a sudden they've bolted. I didn't see a sign. I looked down, it still said it was 80. And half a K up the road, there was another sign saying 80. So everyone's thought that the speed zone ended, but it hadn't. And I suppose that's where this is really good, and it's great that it's so accurate and reliable out here, because there can be vast distances between the speed signs. So if you think you're out at a speed zone and you're not, then you can get yourself obviously in big trouble because that's a 30 km/h difference. Whereas this, it's I haven't seen another sign, so it's still 80. And then the second we saw the other one, it's still 80, then 110, and we're off to the races. But yeah, so that really impressed with how reliable that's been too. Actually, all the safety systems have been pretty spot on as well. Sydney to Lightning Ridge in one tank, 808 kilometers, 5.1 liters per 100. Not a single issue either. I bet no one expected that. One thing I didn't really consider with the hatch in the wagon is that the hatch only had 384 liters of space, whereas this has 600. And I'm thinking it could have been a bit tight in the back of the hatch. But anyway, we're in the Outback, we're camping. So let's see what the accommodation's like. Yeah, I'm roughing it. We're within touching distance of Lithgow now, so we've done, if I had to guess, like 600 Ks. Been in the car for about 6 hours, maybe a bit more, but stopped at Macca's and had a bit of a stretch. Actually, I've stopped a couple of times and had a bit of a stretch and bite to eat. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. But yeah, don't want this drive to end, but in about 2 hours it will. But thank you everyone who subscribes to the channel and allows me to, or encourages me rather, to keep doing this. It means a lot, and yeah.